money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. They be taking everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go your man with my name in your mouth. I do the Maybach on Monday, for rock Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Lock in. Yep.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Lock in.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
18. Hey, 18. Right.
They go play action with Trubisky. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They go play action here on 1st down. This one complete to Devin Funchess. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now Marshall. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Come on now.
Ham's going to run the option right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Do something. Good.
From the gun, here's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
We got, you see it, you see it?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, Trubisky. He's going to wind up and air it out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On third down, Trubisky. He's going to go for a big play down, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. They find some open field here. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Now following the interception, here's Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10. Newton again. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Newton on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. To the air again, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it to Funchess complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Stepping up, he'll try, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Gano the extra point. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Gano out to kick this one away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Lock in, lock in.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball.
And here's Marshall. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Newton. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Akeem Hicks able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Oh, spinning away. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
That's some strong running. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
18.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Dontari Poe in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Play action. It's Newton. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And this one complete, right side to Funchess. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. A shotgun snap for Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Going to run the option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has. Able to play the run and the pass so well.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Panthers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
18.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Adam Shaheen was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Hey, gotta go. Hey, gotta go. Lock in. Right. Red, up.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost...
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Able to find Shaheen here. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
Hey, 18.
On 1st down, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
there will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Hands up. Gotta go, gotta go.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hands up.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And a hook up here to Allen Robinson. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very solid gain of 27.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hands up. Hands up. Hands up.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And this one is incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now Trubisky. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Oh, it stays up. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
They get it to him running left. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
Hey. 4 down. We go. Let's go. Red, tuck. Red, tuck. Blue.
Now Trubisky to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It's a guy who played 4 years for the Bears, Julius Peppers, with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And Parkey's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Onto the field now come the Bears. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run with Marshall. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Leonard Floyd. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Newton to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Gano's kick is right through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Hurry, hurry! Red, up!
On second down, Trubisky. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
Red, up!
Throwing here, Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Hey, 18.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Bears on third down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, boys, you got 4 down. Red, up!
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he comes back with 1 complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton, 37 yards. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. He adds the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Carolina getting set to take the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Here's Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock, so tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you, and this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
don't they? All the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He's back to throw. Miller on the catch over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
18.
Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. Able to find Shaheen here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give him that the rest of the way. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Trubisky. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. I'll tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Newton to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hang on, we got, you see it, you see it?
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He wasn't able to really get anything going in regulation. Maybe it'll be a little different story here in overtime.
And it appears that with that call, they want to establish the run in overtime, try and set the tone for what they're going to get done. And you're right, maybe it didn't work so well in regulation. Overtime could be the charm. And by the way, yards count either way.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First throw in overtime now for Trubisky. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
We're go. Hey, 18.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Newton with his first throw in OT. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Lock in.
On 1st, they go right back to Howard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go. Red, up.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Flushed out right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. On third down, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dontari Poe in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. Broken tackle. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let a team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive and just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickel and dime down the field.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Come on now.
This is Marshall. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Right back to him on first down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Bring up, fellas.
They'll try the air now with Newton. He's going to fire one deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.